I got home. Perhaps I was a little more jet lagged than I realized. I was not high. I had nothing to drink. It is 2 in the morning, and there are these wonderful pretzels called Dots pretzels, which I love.
Love that.
You know Dots?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just found out about it this morning.
So, you know, sometimes when you get a bag of Dots pretzels, they're broken in half, and they're about that big, and they're good. You can put them in your hand. So my kid decided that she was going to leave some cat treats on the other side of my bed, so that if the cat wanted some treats, she'd get up there and get them, because I wasn't going to get up. But this daughter of mine put a bag of the cat treats, she put it right next to the Dots.
Karoline Leavitt destroy Whoopi Goldberg. On live TV. Have you ever wondered what happens when unyielding truth collides with celebrity bravado on live television? The question echoed through the packed studio as anticipation built to a fever pitch. In the glare of studio lights and before millions of eyes watching at home, two iconic figures were about to engage in a debate that would spark controversy and redefine live media confrontations. Karoline Leavitt, renowned for her razor-sharp storytelling and fearless commentary, had earned a reputation as a truth-teller in a world dominated by spin. Known for her candid interviews and incisive analyses, she had built a loyal following that craved authenticity. Tonight, however, she was not merely hosting a show, she was stepping into the arena to confront a challenge head-on. Opposite her sat Whoopi Goldberg, a larger-than-life personality celebrated for decades on television. Whoppi, with her quick wit and flamboyant style, had long been a favorite among audiences. Yet behind the glitz and glamour lay a history of controversial statements and evasive rhetoric. For years, critics had argued that Whoppi's on-air charm masked an unwillingness to confront hard truths. Tonight, the air was charged with the promise of a showdown that many predicted would expose the fault lines between polished performance and raw authenticity. The studio was meticulously arranged to amplify every nuance of the encounter. A long, sleek table separating the two, cameras poised to capture every expression, and a live audience that buzzed with whispers and excitement. As the show's introductory music faded, Karoline's eyes gleamed with determination. Her opening remark set the tone. Tonight, we dive deep into the heart of the matter, where facts meet opinion, and where every word has a consequence. In that moment, the atmosphere shifted from anticipation to certainty. The stage was not simply a platform for conversation, but a battleground for ideas. As viewers across the nation tuned in, social media exploded with hashtags and predictions. Was this the night that Karoline would finally dismantle the carefully curated image of Whoopi Goldberg? Could her incisive probing and unfiltered questions bring clarity where ambiguity had long reigned? The first sparks of debate had been lit, and every eye was fixed on the unfolding drama. Behind the scenes, producers and pundits alike sensed that history was about to be made. With the world watching and expectations at an all-time high, the duel of ideologies was poised to challenge the status quo. In the charged silence before the first question was posed, one thing was clear. Tonight, the collision of truth and theatrics would leave an indelible mark on live television history. As the cameras rolled and the live broadcast began, Karoline launched the discussion with a question that cut straight to the core. Is it possible that the persona you've cultivated over the years is shielding you from accountability? Her tone was both calm and piercing, a stark contrast to the familiar, light-hearted banter that usually characterized Whoppi's appearances. Whoopi Goldberg responded with practiced charm, deflecting with humor and anecdote. "Darling, in this business a little charm goes a long way," she quipped, flashing a dazzling smile. But Karoline was unrelenting. With each carefully measured word, she pressed for substance. A record of decisions, missed opportunities to engage with real issues, and a reluctance to acknowledge inconvenient truths. The conversation grew increasingly heated as Karoline presented evidence, statistics, and pointed examples from Whoppi's past statements, leaving little room for evasion. The tension in the studio was palpable. Whoppi's confident demeanor began to falter under the weight of Karoline's relentless scrutiny. "I'm not here to sugarcoat reality," Karoline declared, her voice rising slightly as she challenged. "Your influence should come with responsibility. And when that responsibility is ignored, the consequences become clear." Every word resonated with an authenticity that captivated the live audience and sent ripples across social media. Whispers in the crowd turned into audible gasps as Karoline's rebuttals dismantled long-held narratives with precision. The exchange evolved into a masterclass of live debate, where every statistic, every personal anecdote was a blow aimed at deconstructing a legacy built more on spectacle than on substance. Whoppi attempted to regain control with humor, yet her responses only deepened the scrutiny. The divide between polished performance and uncompromising truth became starkly evident. The live broadcast reached a crescendo as Karoline, with unwavering resolve, delivered her final argument. True influence isn't measured by the applause of an audience. It's measured by accountability, integrity, and the courage to face hard truths. In that defining moment, the audience witnessed not just a debate but a transformation, one where the veneer of celebrity was stripped away, revealing a narrative that demanded introspection and change. As the segment closed, the studio erupted into applause. The moment had been historic, a live TV event where the clash of two influential personas had left viewers questioning the very nature of public influence and responsibility. The immediate aftermath of the broadcast, the nation was abuzz with conversations and debates. Social media platforms lit up with reactions, some praising Karoline's boldness, others defending Whoppi's legacy. Yet one fact remained indisputable. Karoline Leavitt had, on live television, challenged a long-established narrative, forcing a conversation about accountability and integrity in the public sphere. Journalists and media analysts dissected every moment of the debate. Headlines emerged proclaiming, "Karoline Leavitt's unfiltered truth shakes up live TV," and "a new era of accountability in broadcasting." The ripple effect of that live confrontation went beyond ratings and viewership. It sparked a nationwide dialogue about the responsibilities of public figures and the power of unrestrained honesty. In cafes and living rooms alike, people discussed whether charisma should come at the expense of truth and if celebrity status should shield one from scrutiny. For Karoline, the evening was both a triumph and a call to further action. In subsequent interviews, she emphasized that her intent was never to destroy for the sake of spectacle, but to inspire a renewed commitment to truth-telling. "I believe that with great influence comes great responsibility," she stated. "If we dare to hold each other accountable, we can transform our cultural narrative for the better." Whoopi Goldberg, on the other hand, found herself in a reflective silence following the broadcast. While some of her loyal fans defended her charm and historical contributions, many conceded that the evening had exposed areas in need of introspection. In a later statement, Whoppi acknowledged the impact of the debate, suggesting that perhaps it was time for a new chapter, one that embraced accountability while retaining the spirit that had made her a television icon. As the nation digested the dramatic event, the conversation began to shift from shock to introspection. The live TV clash had not only redefined the boundaries of debate, but had also ignited a movement toward greater transparency and responsibility among public figures. In living rooms, boardrooms, and digital forums, the legacy of that night continued to inspire discussion and change. In the end, what started as a confrontation on live TV evolved into a watershed moment, a reminder that the power of truth, when delivered with conviction and clarity, can indeed reshape the landscape of public discourse.